Good day. This is Candace May Training and Services, and I want to share with you a personal story. Someone's always asking me, tell me something about you, something personal that happened to you. Well, I want to share a very profound moment in time. An experience I had at a 3-day retreat back in May 2000, could have been 2018. Yeah, not that long ago. Couple years ago, 2.5 years ago, maybe. So here I was at a 3-day retreat, and it was about my favorite topic, personal growth. And it was going to be a life-changing experience. That's what we were told by our mentor. Come to this 3-day seminar, and it'll be life-changing. He didn't want to give too many details away. But it worked out where they were extremely long days. I probably like 7 in the morning, maybe, till like one night we stayed up till like 2 in the morning, I think. It was extremely long days, so it was really packed. On the second day, they took us to a high ropes course. And this high ropes course was designed specifically for us. That usually, from what I'm told by the guides, they take high and low and in between activities and put it together for a course for most events and most people. Not for us. This occasion, they had taken the hardest elements of all of the courses and put them together to create a very unique, very stressful environment. And we were going to go through this course. Now, we could take the Chicken Little approach, or we could take the mediocre, or we could go for the high one, the most difficult. Well, I don't know about you, but I like a challenge every now and then. Now, mind you, when I was about 13-ish, maybe, yeah, somewhere in my teens, we went on a family vacation. I grew up in Michigan, and we went to St. Louis, and they had the big arches, and we were going up this outside staircase, metal you could see through. And about halfway, I just totally froze, grabbed hold of those stairs and said, I'm not moving. I can't take another step. My mom said, no problem, honey. Just stay right there. We'll come back and get you on our way down. So there I was, frightened, sitting there waiting. So the thought, and thereafter, every time I went by a close edge or anything, I got really scared, really hard. So would you say I was afraid of heights? I would say I was afraid of heights. But I still had that desire to do parachuting and skydiving, all those fun things. But here at this retreat, we're at breakfast, and I'm sitting with a table of other people, and my roommate, she flew in from Africa. So she had a long flight and a big commitment in this. She wasn't typically athletic. And I had some other people around me that I really didn't know. One woman I knew had been there the prior year and said, go on the hard one with me. I did it last year. You can do it. And we were all looking at each other like, seriously? I don't know, Kay. This is going to be really hard, Gail, for us to do that because they're not athletic, and I was afraid of heights. But I sat there at breakfast, and I like to think out loud sometimes. So as I sat there talking to the group and to my roommate, I said, what do you think? What should we do? Should we go on the Chicken Little, the low course, and play it safe? Or should we go on the high course and, put ourselves out there and take a little bit of risk? And everyone was like, I don't know. And Gail's going, come on, you can do it. Go on the big one. And I said, well, I'll tell you the story. And I told him the story of me freezing up as a youth, being afraid of heights. But I said, I'm afraid if I go on the Chicken Little, I know I'll be safe, but when I get home, I think I'll be a little bit deflated that I put out this energy and money and time to go on this retreat for a life-changing event, and I took the easy course. I said, so if I put myself in the higher one, we have guides around us, and it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but I think when I get through on the other side, I'm going to feel so good that I actually stretched myself and made it. Next thing I knew, this woman next to me, Sandy, I had never met her before that day, said, I'm with you. If you're going to do it, Candace, I'm going to do it. Come to find out, she had a medical prescription, afraid of heights condition, but yet she was going to take this risk if I did. Wow, it's amazing. My roommate said, yeah, I'm with you. If you're going to go, I'll go. So here we were. Another husband and wife that was sitting there at breakfast with us also went. All these brand new people, not really sure of ourselves, went out, got a guide for the highest level, and trucked off for the day. It was a fabulous day. Our team was so loving, so supportive of each other. You know, my friend Sandy, who was medically afraid of heights, she got up to the top, and when she was, we went up to the zip line first, 70 feet in the air, and she was like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, hey, it's okay, you've got this rope, this guide up above you, and you've got the harness around you, and God's got you. Wrap his arms with the harness, and he's got you up above, so you're going to be safe. And here we were at the edge to go 1, 2, 3, and the guide says go, and we're supposed to jump off the platform and go down the zip line. Well, guess what? He goes 1, 2, 3. Sandy's all calm now. You know, she was screaming, but she's all calm now, ready to go. And here we are. 1, 2. Candace screams, stop! The guy goes, what's wrong? I go, what if I can't hold on? He gave me the funniest look. Like, seriously? You just talked Sandy into this, you know, telling her it's all safe. The harness has got you. You're going to be fine. And I was like, oh, yeah, the harness has got me. So 1, 2, 3, here we go. Sandy's screaming all the way down, and I'm sitting there totally amazed. My knuckles were white at first, and I realized I could let go because the harness has me. And I was looking around. I was enjoying the ride. It was truly amazing. When we got down at the other end of the zip line, Sandy's like, I can't believe I did that. That is amazing. The second piece to this course was 50 feet in the air. It was our mentor liked to call it the stupid thing, but it was 40 feet in the air, 50 feet in the air, and it had logs that you had to cross that were gaping apart, and then there was a single wire like a trapeze artist, and it had obstacles in between. You had to go around the obstacles while on one wire, walk across the wire, and then around another obstacle to get off. And I was like, okay, well, we got up there, and my friend Sandy, she just zipped right through. She was no longer afraid of heights. I was so surprised. And I was like amazed and so proud of her. But here I was, walking out, went around the first obstacle of that trapeze wire, and I was getting kind of confident inside. Look at me, I'm doing it. Oh my God. And I got halfway through that wire when all of a sudden, my body started trembling. I mean, it was out of control. It started steady, and then it went really hard. And all I could do was stop and say, how do I move? Like, there's nothing to hold on to. And my body's going like this, the whole thing. And the whole purpose of this exercise was to see if you could stay focused on your dream in the midst of chaos. When everything chaotic around you happens, can you stay focused? Now, mind you, I had gone through 6 stressful years of an alienation custody battle with my ex-husband, who is now deceased, and it was a horrendous experience for me. So I know what it's like when your environment goes chaotic around you. Living in stress for that long is very difficult, and most people would just totally collapse and give up. Not me. I plugged in. I drew close to my faith. So here I was on this wire, getting ready to figure out, can I make it to the other side in the midst of chaos? Because you see, at that point, I just dreamed of having my own business. It was a big deal for me. I've always wanted to have my own business to train people ever since I was young. And here I was getting ready to face that opportunity. But I'm on this 3-day retreat trying to see how I can maneuver this. Body shaking, going across this wire, my team shouting, you can do it, Candace, you can do it. Keep your eye on the horizon. Keep your eye on the dream. And little step by little step, baby step by baby step, I did make it across. And my team was there to cheer me on and help me on the platform. But it was amazing. But you know what was the most amazing? Is when we got back down and we went to our rooms. Well, we got back down and the guide, we had lunch together, and the guide said, you know, Candace, this team that you are on is not normal. It was extraordinarily supportive. There was a couple who was there, and the husband had had like a stroke years past, so he didn't have full flexibility of his arm. Yet when he was going up that rope to get to the 70 feet in the air for the zip line, my roommate from Africa was struggling to get up. He was lifting her feet to help her get up and getting himself up along the way, because we were all going to make it together or not at all. And you know what? This happened repeatedly, time and time again throughout the course, where we all came together and helped each other, because it wasn't about us individually. It was about us as a whole, helping each other to become the best that we could be. And I was so grateful that guide had told me that, because this was my first time on ropes course. And had she not told me how special this team was, I would not have realized what a blessing it was. So there I was, when we were done, back in our hotel room. We had a couple of hours before we had to go back to our session for training. And I tell you, I had the most profound moments. An epiphany occurred to me. My life flashed before my eyes. I saw very vivid pictures of different relationships and different events that I went through my whole life, from a child up to that moment. And I had a very clear, distinct voice saying, this is not what I had for you, daughter. There's more. There's better. There's truer experiences, truer love, greater things. It changed my life. Now I want to help you change your life. If you're willing to take the risks and step out and embrace your dream and figure out what you can do when you don't think you can, if you've lost your dream and want to figure out what it is again, leave a note here on the message, or give me a call, private message me. I can help you. I know. I've been there. Have an awesome day. I look forward to hearing from you.